a different style of video. Today we're going to be ranking my personal top 28 or 30 civilizations to play with on Age of History 2. I mean, I am going to do a couple more videos on Age of History 2 just because I want to make sure that I've done everything. And then soon I'll get Age of History 3 so we can have some new scenarios, things we haven't done on the channel before. I will do some repeats, but yeah. Alright, let's go with it. Okay, so the first country, we're going to have Austria. This is an interesting one because I like playing with Austria, obviously, because, well, you can make the Austria. So I like Austria because you can make the Austro-Hungarian Empire. That's also good. You can make the Austrian Empire, and it's got a good location in Europe because the Balkans, obviously, there's a lot of countries you can invade without having to go into a major power. So you could get out of the way most of the countries until you get to Ukraine, Poland, and Italy, which is a good thing. And the only thing though is obviously because it's not got much land area, it doesn't have a lot of money and, well, a lot of money and population. But yeah, so I'm going to put Austria B tier. Yeah, B tier. It's pretty good, but not up there. Alright, Brazil. I like Brazil. The only problem though is whenever you start, Argentina is going to declare war on you. And if you were to invade most of the surrounding areas, it doesn't really look very nice unless you get the entire continent. They're not great for me. C. And also, I'm not ranking it just on the way of the money and population. It's also about like what it looks like, the formidable empires. The Kingdom of Brazil, you just pick like Uruguay and maybe remove a province. Not that much better. Alright, Ethiopia. Ethiopia is an interesting one because, well, if once you take over that, it looks like it's got good borders and everything. So I like Ethiopia. I'm gonna give that C, but it could be better. Egypt. I couldn't find a proper image of Egypt. Same with a few of these, like Nigeria and Vietnam as well. But yeah, with Egypt, it's pretty good. You have obviously this nice square. You can make a few, 3, 4 formidable nations with Egypt, which is nice. Always helpful to have more formidable nations to make more scenarios and everything. It's got a good economy, good population, lots of countries around it to invade. The Levant region, you can go up there. Sudan, Libya. Yeah, I like Egypt a lot. I'm going to give it all the way up. Not an S yet. A2. Alright, so yeah. Next, we have France. Well, France is boring. There's not that much you can do unless you actually edit it. But some of these also I'm going to be talking about, you can do it with multiple scenarios. It doesn't have to be just the modern world, like Japan, Mexico, Italy, Germany. Germany most likely as well, because it's nice to do it in that one. But yeah, France, not much. Maybe Napoleonic, but it's quite boring. D tier. I'll give it an E, because it's far worse. Alright, we're going to go Germany. Now, this maybe a little bit unpopular, but I think Germany's the best nation you can play with. So many different empires that you can make. You make a German Empire, you can make the Nazis, you can make the German Confederation, you can make a union with Austria. I think that's the same thing. But yeah, there's loads of countries you can make. You can make some nice borders. Yeah, I really like Germany. You can go back to the older scenarios, like maybe the Napoleonic times. You can go back to the Victorian era, where you can have Old Prussia. You can have it 1440, 1200, preferably 1440 though. So you can still have like Teutonic Order and everything over there, which is quite nice to play with. Quite fun. And in general, I think Germany's a good nation to play with. It's got a good economy and everything. So yeah, I'm going to put Germany in, not E, S tier. Oh, S. 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 S, yeah. Okay. And now we're gonna go with wait, is that China or India? No, it's India, okay. So with India, it's quite an interesting one. You can play with, you can make the British Raj again. You do some editing, you can make Mughal Empire, Akhand Bharat. It's quite cool. It's got some good countries to invade. Sorry, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Europe, and Sri Lanka, and Maldives. Can't forget the islands. They're always nice to invade because it just makes you have a nice Indian subcontinent region under India. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a nice solid B tier. Not higher, not lower. I like it. Now Kazakhstan. Well, the thing in Kazakhstan, once you take over Central Asia, it looks nice, but because there's not many people there, because there's like you look on the stats, it's only got 20 million people, I think. Yeah, let me have a look. Yeah, 20.6 million. That's not very good, which is quite low. So it's basically a desert and some steppes and everything. So yeah, Kazakhstan, not a good civilization to play with. You can't attack Russia because that doesn't really work unless you do the trading glitch thing. You can't really attack Russia, and then again, it looks disgusting when you attack Russia or China. So I'm gonna give Kazakhstan an E. It's not an F, but an E. Now Mexico. Mexico, well, it's got the good people. It's seventh place on the modern world. It's still quite high when you go play World War II mode. Like you can edit the alliances and make the Axis and Central Powers. And to make it even cooler, or a different scenario, you can make Mexico on the Axis side with Japan and Germany and go them against the USA. That would be a very difficult challenge because it's the USA versus Mexico. They still had a strong military there, so it would have been almost impossible to try and invade them. But yeah, it's still a quite interesting country to play with. Good amount of population and economy. There's a lot of poor Central American nations that you can go into. By the way, I'm not calling them poor. I'm just saying that because you're most likely going to invade them. Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, etc. You can go into South America if you want. So yeah, and it looks quite nice as well. I'm going to give, once again, a B tier. It's probably going to be the most popular tier, the middle range. Now, Italy. Well, when I play, I give the province Rimini to San Marino just to make it more interesting. But yeah, Italy is a good civilization to play with. They've got a lot of countries to around them to invade in across the ocean. You can make a World War II Italy where you could take Libya and Somalia and Eritrea, and Ethiopia if you want. You could do Roman Empire Italy. You could try and make an empire in the modern world where you take all over the Adriatic Balkans, the Yugoslav area, the Mediterranean. So yeah, I like it as well. Good population, good economy, and it's pretty good in every. It's got a good one in every scenario. So I'm gonna give that A tier, not S, but A. It's pretty good, but there it could have maybe, I don't know. It would be nice to see the microstates to exist, like without you having to edit them themselves. All right, now Hungary. I couldn't find once again. I couldn't find a good picture of Hungary, so that was the only one I could find. The Hungarian Empire. So well, it's a pretty good empire. You can make Austria-Hungary with Hungary or Austria. You just have to make a union with them. You could make the Kingdom of Hungary like that, and yeah, I like Hungary a lot. It's got good population. No, not really good population actually. It's got a lower population and economy than Austria though, which is a little bit annoying because it's harder to do anything. It's lower ranked in the military and everything, so I'm gonna give it a C. Austria, I'm giving it an A, and Hungary is a B. Yeah, because Austria has a lot of things you can do. Japan, once again, good population, good military. In the top, no, not in real life, but in the game, top 5. It's got so many different provinces that you can recruit from, which is really handy. Maybe about 120 provinces. Yeah, it's really helpful. And the population's really high. There's only 1 or 2 provinces that don't have 100,000, which I think is in the island of Hokkaido, and obviously the islands down here, Okinawa, Naha, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they're a little bit weak, but you don't really need them. You can invade Taiwan, you can invade South Korea, North Korea, the islands, and everything over here. You can make a World War II empire again, or you can just do it in modern empire. You could give them an even bigger one. You can attack China, which is quite cool, especially in the World War II one. And yeah, it's a pretty good country to play with. So I'm gonna give Japan an A tier once again because it's quite a good country. Actually, I'm gonna go Austria B because yeah. Anyway, Nigeria. Now, once again, I literally cannot find the picture for quite a few of these. So Nigeria, it's okay. It's not got very high on the table. Yeah, do that. And yeah, it's not great. Could be better. I'll give it a D. Greece, not many people, not many provinces. But if you're able to catch Turkey off guard, let's say they're at war with Iran or Russia or Syria or something, you can take over like it is here. You can take over Macedonia, Albania, and Cyprus, and you can make a nice little Mediterranean empire, which looks quite interesting actually. So yeah, I'm gonna give Greece a B tier. I like Greece, it's just not. It takes a while to be able to do anything like if you want to attack Turkey. Alright, now Poland. Okay. Well, Poland is pretty good. You can do a lot with Poland. Um, you can make some nice little empires. And yeah, Poland's pretty good. Like Polish, Lithuanian, Commonwealth, you can make the little skinny Poland, which I don't really like. But yeah, it's alright. Just okay. C. Now Russia. Obviously Russia's pretty good. I disagree with the fact that they're ranked first in the world because they're not in real life. But I think that's gonna change when I get Age of History 3. But yeah, for now, Russia should not be the strongest in the world. They shouldn't have the most people. But when you are ignoring all that and you're just playing it for fun, it is a really good one to play with, and it's quite cool slowly taking over all the stuff to make the Russian Empire Soviets. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I'm gonna give that an S tier because how can you not? It's really, really fun to play with. So many provinces, it's outrageous. And it's hard to lose. The only bad thing about it, though, is that China will declare war on you. Alright, South Africa. Well, South Africa, they're interesting over here. I don't really know. Like, I've played them a few times. Take over Lesotho, sorry, Eswatini, all these Southern African nations. It's pretty good country to play with. There's not many populated areas, which is a little bit of a downside. So I'm gonna give it an S, a C tier. It's just yeah. Now Saudi, similar reasoning to South Africa. The fact that it's not many populated areas, maybe along this coast. Riyadh's only got 70,000 people, when in real life it's got 7 million, more than Jeddah and Mecca combined. So it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, you only a few populated areas, not great economy because of the population once again. So I'm gonna have to give it a C, just like South Africa. Now Thailand. Well, Thailand is an interesting one again. They're pretty good. Once you take over Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, it looks quite nice on the eye. Then you take over this horrible thing. Why is this that's such a small part of it? Like why? But yeah, once you take over that, you can make a nice looking empire going like all the way over here. So yeah, I'm gonna give Thailand a B tier. Alright. Now, Vietnam. This is interesting because obviously, as you know, it's it's the chili of Asia. Very skinny little thing. Um, it's quite small. It's got a lot of population, give it that, and economy. It's in the top 15, 20 countries on it. So I like Vietnam, but I'm gonna give it a B tier as well because I don't think it's an A because you can only take over Laos and Cambodia for the borders to still look nice. And once you take over Thailand, it looks really ugly. Yeah, personally. And attacking China on your own is not a good idea unless you're India or Russia. or Japan maybe. But yeah, so I'm gonna give the same reasons. I'm gonna give it a B tier. Right now, Spain. Once again, couldn't find a good picture. But yeah, Spain's interesting. It's not got many people. Only on the coastal areas like Galicia, Basque, Asturias, Catalonia, Andalusia. Only on the coastal areas. Madrid's obviously still the biggest city. And with what happens with the AIs, these kind of countries, they always recruit troops from the capital. And then the capital gets to like 30,000 population, which is really stupid. But yeah, I like Spain. You can take over Portugal, Italy. You can make some nice little empires. You can make the old Spanish Empire. But yeah, another B tier. Now we're on our last 7. Okay. Sweden. Well, yeah, it's okay. I like Sweden. It's pretty good. Did I already do Sweden? No. Alright, we're gonna kind of combine Sweden and Finland here. I'll talk about them twice. But yeah, Sweden. We'll start with them first. They're a pretty good country. You can take over Norway, Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Faroe Islands, and Greenland. And Ireland. Don't know why that exists. But yeah, you can make a Scandinavia, you can make Norway, Sweden, you can make a union with Finland or Denmark. Then you can eventually like take over the Baltics, Estonia, Latvia, Kaliningrad. It looks quite nice once you get the Baltics involved as well with Scandinavia. So yeah, I like it a lot, Sweden. I'm gonna give it a B. Oh, B is very tight now. We're gonna get onto our second row here. Maybe I should move some up and down. So what can I move down? Move Hungary down because it's quite hard to make. India, I'll move it up to it's India. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright. Now, Turkey. Pretty good. You can make Ottoman Empire, you can make I don't remember. But yeah, it's pretty good. Turkey is by far an S tier. It's really fun to play with. You got all the provinces. You can take over any country because it borders a lot as well. China. This may be controversial, but I'm not actually going to put it in S or A because, well, after you take over Mongolia, it looks fine. It's quite everything that's not that's after this like line over here. There's literally no one there. It's kind of like empty. It's not gonna lie, and it's not helpful, especially if India or Russia attacks you, because this area is a bit easier. But if India attacks you, they're most likely going to get over here, because you can't really defend, because there's no one to recruit. But yeah, you can take over Mongolia, Korea, Indochina, maybe Kyrgyzstan or Taiwan, and Japan. It looks alright, it's just the borders don't look great once you take over multiple different countries. So I'm going to give it a B. Alright, Iran. Iran is an interesting one. I like playing with Iran because you can make the Seljuk Empire, which is cool. You can make Achaemenid if you edit that. And it's got a lot of countries you can take over next to it. You can take over Pakistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Central Asia, the Gulf states, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, Oman, Iraq, Kuwait, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Turkey. So there's a lot of possibilities that you can go with for Iran, which is a good thing, and that's why I'm giving it an A. Okay, now the last 3, the UK. I'm surprised that it's only 17th in the game. You can take over Guernsey, Isle of Man, and Ireland, which kind of makes it Great Britain again. And what I do normally with my scenarios is I make each country have its own vassal. So France would have Polynesia, French Guiana, etc. Spain doesn't have any. Hungary, no. France, yeah, I already said that. And then the UK has so many. It has like South Georgia and the Sandwich Islands. It has Netherlands has Aruba. Netherlands, I forgot to put it on here, but I would give the Netherlands a C. There's not a lot of territory to work with. Indonesia, a B. It's just some that I wouldn't. I'm only giving them a B. I'm giving them some that I would most likely play with. I would probably put Indonesia on there as well, but yeah, it's not there. Then the UK, so it's not very boring. Boring having, and it's quite difficult, especially on the economical front. So I'm gonna give it a C because it doesn't have much economy, not many people except in England, and yeah, once you take over the British Isles, it looks quite ugly when you try and take over because it's really difficult to just go and take over all the stuff that you had in like World War One or World War Two. Like it's easier to play with the older ones and better to play with the older ones, I think. Because it's really difficult. You can't just take over South Africa, Egypt, Sudan, Nigeria. It's only a country that's 17th. It's quite difficult. So yes, C. Ukraine, mm, uh, D. I could be controversial with putting it in a D, but it looks. Once you take over Moldova, if you keep Crimea part of Russia, I don't know. It just looks. You can't really go anywhere else. Taking over Belarus makes it look really not appealing to the eye. Romania, that's just horrible again. You could make a union with Poland, but you're most likely going to go to war with Poland. Russia could declare war on you. It looks weird declaring war on Slovakia or Hungary. So I'm going to give it a D because there's not many options to go with other than Moldova or Transnistria. And then final nation, we are going to have, that one's already Poland. Wait, what was that one? That was Poland, yeah. Wait, let me have a look. Poland. What did I say it was? It's weird. I thought I saved the other one. Finland. Okay, save it as Finland. So Finland, interesting one. I knew I saved Finland on there. Oh, you can. It's quite cool because Finland's just a nice country to play with. You can take over Karelia and Kola Peninsula, and it looks pretty good. Greater Finland, you can take over the Baltics, you can make a union with Norway or Sweden, most likely Sweden because they're just a better country to go with. And yeah, so I'm going to give, no one's actually F, so how about I just, yeah, bye. That's going to be renamed F. Oh, no, yeah, red. Why does it keep doing that? Oh. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then that can go orange. Alright, so I'm just going to put Finland, interestingly, in C because it's not that many people. Only the south, actually, only the part that's on the picture is actually any good to recruit troops. Maybe up to here, actually, it's a little bit dramatic, but this is snow. I went there before. It's just snow and forest. Basically, like the whole Russia. Basically, like most of Russia. But yeah, alright, so that's my tier list ranking the civilizations that I would choose to play on in the modern world for Age of History. So if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe. Really helps out a lot. Thank you. See you in the next video.